you can grow wealthy enough to retire in 15 years just by using these retirement account contribution limits. Hello everyone, my name is Zach and welcome to On Cash Flow, where I help you become a master of your own cash flow. Now let's get started. Here is the short answer for you. We are going to be using a workplace retirement account, an individual retirement arrangement or an IRA, or also known as a retirement account, and an HSA, also known as a health savings account. And for those workplace retirement plans, we're going to be referring to either a 401k, a 403b, a 457, or the thrift savings plan. Just those three different account types can get you to financial independence, early retirement, and definitely to regular retirement very, very quickly. While one of the biggest benefits of utilizing these accounts for your retirement, early retirement, is that you can substantially reduce your federal income taxes, there's so much more to know about optimizing your income taxes. And that's why I have a complete guide on optimizing your income taxes that you need to watch after this video. So please make sure you stay to the end. Let's get on to the first account we're going to be talking about, which is the HSA, or the health savings account. The new contribution limits for the HSA are $3,850 for an individual, or $7,750 if that HSA is for a family. If you are over the age of 55, then you are allowed to contribute an extra $1,000 known as a catch-up contribution. The next contribution limit that you need to know about is the limit to how many likes can be on this video. And that is 1 per person. So please make sure you hit that like button if you are enjoying this video so far. It really does help me out and I would really appreciate that. Okay, but seriously, let's get on to the next one, which is an individual retirement arrangement, or what we like to call individual retirement accounts, or IRAs. And this covers both a traditional and a Roth IRA. So you can contribute a maximum of a certain amount to either or combined amount, if that makes sense. So the combined limit for the traditional IRA and or the Roth IRA this year is going to be $6,500 per individual. And if you are over the age of 50, then you get to contribute a catch-up contribution of $1,000. The good news doesn't just stop there though. Even if you have 2 spouses where one spouse does not earn enough to contribute the maximum, the other spouse that may earn enough can contribute on behalf of their spouse. And therefore, basically, you are able to max out IRAs based on only one of the spouse's income, as long as they meet all the other requirements. And then, of course, we have the big one here, which is the workplace retirement plans. But before I move on to those, this leads me to the big question here. I want to know from you in the comments below. Did you max out any of these accounts last year? Are you planning on maxing out any of these accounts this year? Why or why not? Please let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say. Okay, but getting on to the workplace retirement plan, I'm going to be referring to the 401k, the 403b, the 457, or the thrift savings plan. And for purposes of the maximum contribution, we're going to be lumping all of those together as being the same. The maximum amount that an employee can make to these accounts per year for this year is now $22,500 per worker. And here it is again, if you're over the age of 50, then you can make those catch-up contributions of up to $7,500 more than that $22,500. And now we can take the contribution limits of all 3 of these accounts and figure out how you can achieve financial independence, early retirement, or of course regular retirement, just by maxing these out. And I have 3 very common scenarios for you. The first one is a single person, the second one is a married person, but only one of them work, and the third one is a married couple with dual income. So how can a single person achieve FIRE by maxing out these accounts? Well, they have their HSA plus their IRA plus their 401k, and that would be $3,850 plus $6,500 plus $22,500. If they max out all 3, that would be $32,850 per year. Divide that by 12 to find a monthly average would be $2,738 per month. Now the fun part is we can take that, plug it into a compound interest calculator to figure out how much maybe they might have at the end of their investing time period. So we're going to do 15 years at an expected average ROI of 8%, and they would have about $900,000 at the end of 15 years. Not too bad. Let's look at the second scenario, the married with only one income, like one spouse working. We take the same amount, the HSA plus IRA plus 401k, except for now we can use the family HSA, and now we can account for 2 IRAs. So that would be $7,750 plus $13,000 plus $22,500. And that adds up to $43,250 per year. Divide that by 12 and we have an average of $3,604 per month. Now let's plug that into the calculator for 15 years at 8% average ROI, and they will have $1.2 million. Last but certainly not least, we have a scenario that is becoming more and more common, and that is being married with dual income. So now we have an additional worker that can max out their workplace retirement plan. So it will be $7,750 plus $13,000 plus $45,000, and that gets us $65,750 per year. Divide that by 12, and that would be $5,479 per month on average. Now, putting that into the calculator of 15 years at 8% ROI, we have $1.8 million. So the single person ended up with $900,000, the married with one income ended up with $1.2 million, and the married dual income ended up with $1.8 million after 15 years, expected ROI of 8%, just by maxing out these 3 account contributions. Is this enough to allow you to achieve financial independence, early retirement, or even just regular retirement? I think the answer is yes. And of course, we can do a few more things here. Let's say that they paid off their home in that 15-year time period, and now they no longer have a fixed mortgage expense. That's going to significantly increase their odds of being able to retire early. Here's another one. Maybe they also contribute a little bit to their taxable investment accounts, just so they have some flexibility and they have some extra money while they're building their plan for getting their money out of their retirement accounts. That is also going to increase their odds of success. Plus, let's not ignore the fact that your income tax bill, even though these are optimizing your income taxes, your income tax bill will be a lot lower once they retire because their income will be a lot lower. Plus, the type of income that they will now be receiving is mostly going to be taxed at a much more advantageous rate. You combine all of those, and I think that in all 3 of those scenarios, it is very, very likely that someone can achieve financial independence and retire early in anywhere from 10 to 15 years. And like I mentioned before, saving on taxes is a big part of what makes this possible. However, there is so much more that you need to know about optimizing your federal income taxes. And that's why I created a complete guide for you. And that's going to pop up on the screen right after I get off the screen. I highly recommend you watch that video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Zach from OnCashflow.com, and I hope to see you next time.